Hi, everyone, from just far enough outside of DAR Constitution Hall in Washington, D.C. Welcome to Full Frontal's Not the White House Correspondents' Dinner, not red carpet, not pre-show. Take it, Alana Harkin.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Michael Stewart Rubens, you spray tan goddess, you.
Looks so good.
Oh gosh, tonight is when you get to see fake journalists who aren't very good at their job at red carpet events.
Interview real journalists and actual celebrities as they make their way into political satire's biggest night of the year.
So far, you are doing great, Mike.
Oh
Were you
my
in
God.
Palm Springs? Like, how did this? I
I
don't
just
remember this
have a
from 2 hours
natural,
ago.
healthy
it's
glow.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
So, thanks, Alana. Who are you excited to see tonight?
I think Michael Kelly from House of Cards. He killed a bunch of people, and then he, dug a hole and threw a body in it. He worked for the president.
Wow, it's almost as bad as real life. Remember, the Not the White House Correspondents' Dinner will air right after this, 10 p.m. Eastern on TBS. Don't miss it.
It looks like the stars are starting to arrive, and I don't mean the stars in the sky, I mean right here on this carpet. And speaking of stars, let's head over to fellow correspondent Amy Julia Hoggart, who's at the end of the carpet. Amy, what you doing over there, huh? You look great. I thought you'd be farther. I can almost touch you.
We can touch if you want.
That's
Just
okay.
take one step towards
It's
each
okay.
other.
No, it's good.
Okay,
This is
but
in my
later.
contract that you're
Later
there.
we will.
So close to each other. I just ate cheese, I'm sorry.
I just had peppermint because I knew that I was going to be talking to you.
That is
But I'm a professional, so don't worry about it.
so thoughtful.
So,
Okay.
Sam,
Yes.
how has playing a fake journalist helped inform your feelings towards real journalists?
Oh, I cherish them. Don't you cherish them?
Yes.
We could not do what we do without them.
You're wearing their work right now.
I'm adorned with their work.
So tell us, we did a dinner 2 years ago.
We did.
What had to go so seriously wrong for us to do another one?
Okay. We lost our minds, but the food was very bad. There was not enough food last time.
Oh,
so
really?
I felt like everyone's chief complaint was that we tried to serve them hors d'oeuvres for dinner.
Oh.
So I felt like we needed to go back and correct the record on that.
So it's just like filling people up.
Just fill them up. So many of them have been laid off. Let's feed them.
Okay, and be honest, which of the news outlets has the most annoying food intolerances?
Oh.
I'd say New York Times or the New York Magazine.
I would say I'm going to go with MSNBC.
Really? What are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Weak systems. Weak systems over
okay,
there.
I can see that.
They've been through a lot.
Just give them mainly rice. And milk? Just baby food?
Nothing, just baby food. Just little jars of apricot.
What are you most interested about saying to everyone tonight without ruining your lines?
Without,
What do you want the big takeaways to be?
Listen to journalists. Sometimes they're right. They were so right about the Mueller report the whole time, and we just glossed over that, but they got it right.
Do you think they're just going to be mingling right now, drinking cocktails and telling everyone that they were right all along?
I don't think they're mingling because they are journalists. They're probably like just sitting alone with a cocktail.
That sounds nice,
really.
though.
It does sound nice. That's not bad. I understand that.
And how does it feel knowing that Trump knows your name? I mean, you know his, so
Oh.
it's fair, but
It's fair.
yeah.
I hope he never even thinks my name again for as long as I live.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't need to think about me. I don't want to think about him.
No one does.
What if we could just have a neuralizer and we all just forget?
I would love that.
That would be key.
That should be the next special.
Oh, I
Just wiping brains.
bring everybody into a room and wipe their brains?
We get dressed up again and have our
Yes.
brains wiped.
I'm into that.
Was there anything going on politically? I don't know.
I don't know, something like that. We could talk about that. Yeah. Oh, we're rolling. Oh my gosh. Hi, Bradley Whitford.
Hi.
So great to have you here. You're also in the show tonight. We're
I am
very
in.
excited
I make an
to have
appearance.
you. Yes. Why'd you come on board?
Samantha B asked me. I'm a huge fan of the show, and
God bless you.
I really wanted to be here. I've been over the years to some White House correspondents dinners, and we're in an insane situation right now. I've got 2 journalists in my family, and I want to support the press.
Yeah. Do you think that because of the roles that you played, et cetera, that has made you more sensitive to politics, to the news, and that sort of stuff? Or you were that way anyways?
I was that way anyway. It's certainly the thing that really made a difference to me is when my kids were born, which coincided when I was on the West Wing.
Yeah.
But when you have kids, you really realize that politics is an act of creation of the future, and it's your children's future. And if that doesn't get you engaged, nothing will.
How is your sort of your level of hope? I find that I kind of I'm kind of bipolar on that.
Yeah, I'm kind of like dating a schizophrenic a little bit.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of reason for hope.
Okay.
I
mean, I agree with you. I don't. Yeah.
I truly believe that politics is the way you create your moral vision, and people, I think, especially on the left, are understanding that you can't take it for granted.
Yeah.
This is a terrifying time, but I think we're going to get through it.
Oh, I like that. That sounds like a good note to end on.
Actually, I think he's going to change.
No.
Yeah.
I think
give
so.
him a chance.
Just another term, and I think
Yeah.
it's going to get
People
better.
change.
Yeah, definitely.
I can change him.
Yes. It is so nice to see you here and so nice to meet you. I can't, I've never done really a red carpet before. Sometimes we've done them, I guess. But now I understand why people say, I love what you're wearing, because I love what you're wearing.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you.
So what brought you here tonight?
Well, I believe in a free press. I'm a recent American citizen.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I ran out of the Brexit fire and into the American frying
You
pan.
timed it so well.
Yes. I consider myself a firefighter running directly into the fire.
Right.
I believe in free political discourse.
Yeah.
And I mostly believe in Samantha Bee as a voice at a very foggy time.
Yes. Well, God bless you. Do you have any favorite news sources, correspondents, writers, anything like
Well,
that?
what's so extraordinary is that what we've seen since 2016 has been the rise of political news coming through comedic channels. And I have to say that my favorite correspondents are John Oliver and Trevor Noah and the entire cast of SNL and Sam Bee. And I trust that discourse and the distillation of politics through them more than I do news sources.
That's vaguely frightening, but thank you for that trust.
But I do also love the BBC World Service.
You do? Oh, the BBC World Service, sure. Come on.
That's really a go-to, but it will wake me up but also put me to sleep, so it's both useful and worrying.
How are you? Do you find yourself sort of drowning in news? Do you
No,
take
I
a
will
news-
not do that anymore. I did. I feel like, as most people did
Yeah.
after the last election, I felt like I was going to drown.
And then you were able to get like a newscation sort of thing?
Yeah, and I think that social media is wonderful. You can have all sorts of filters, and you can really
Right.
curate how you
Yeah.
metabolize your news.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult. There is a glut, and
Yes.
it is.
Are you able
overwhelming.
to discipline yourself?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
I respect you. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Well, you're very
So good to
welcome.
see you, and we're really glad that you're here tonight.
Thank you.
Hope
I'm
you
very
enjoy
happy
the show.
to be here. Thanks.
Michael Kelly, it feels so apropos that you're here.
And smiling.
I know you're so kind and lovely, and but yet, listen, you've done so many great things in your career, but it's hard not to mention House of Cards at the not the White House Correspondents' Dinner. So, where are the bodies buried?
Well, we know the one in the desert.
I know.
And
Oh, that was a scary scene.
and then there's probably
So
a couple
scary.
more that we'll never know about. But yeah.
Yeah.
We know of the one in the desert.
It's funny because when I saw you come here, I was like, I'm so excited to meet you. But then there was also part of me that thought, like, I have nightmares about you.
I'm scared to meet
No,
you.
you're good. You're good. You had such an amazing story arc
Yeah,
on
I'm
that
so,
show.
I mean, those writers are,
Unbelievable.
get a bunch of playwrights and throw them in a room. And
Oh my
I was
God.
just honored to be able to play that guy for 6 years.
So, were
Yeah.
you at our last, not the White House Correspondents' Dinner, or is this
No,
your first
this
one?
is my first one.
Oh my
So I'm so
gosh.
excited. I've only ever been to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which I
Okay.
am not going to
Yeah.
this year again. I haven't been since Obama left office.
Well, you know that they didn't hire a comedian to host. They hired a
Yes, I
historian.
heard.
He's- I'm
Historian.
They
Thrilling
did.
night. Thrilling-
I know.
No offense to him, but I mean, really.
Yeah. So we're roasting him here.
Yeah, and I'm so excited.
Oh my
We get-
gosh,
we
I'm
get
so
to-
excited
we
that
get to
you're
do that.
here.
You know, we get to have fun.
Is there anyone specifically, like any journalist you want to meet tonight? Does anyone come to mind? This is their special night.
That I haven't met, no, because I've been very fortunate to have met most of them and become friends with, a lot of the people at MSNBC and CNN over the years coming to this event. And, I actually do come to DC and I lobby in the Hill for seniors, so I do spend a good amount of time here. And talking on some of their shows about other issues as well.
And so when people see you, do they go, oh,
Yeah.
oh, that, oh God, yeah, but you're not that guy.
It's a mixed bag.
That's
Exactly.
Well, that just means you're a great actor.
Well, thank you.
Well, it was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to meet you.
I'm
Get
so
in there,
excited,
and
man.
you're
I can't
gonna. That's gonna be a dinner. We feed you.
Yeah.
We give you jokes. I don't know what else we can do. That's all we have.
Booze, food, and jokes. Good night.
I'm Dr. Michelle Mitchell.
I'm a professor at Princeton University.
I'm a professor of history at NYU.
I teach Latin American history,
the Civil War, Reconstruction,
international affairs,
Wall Street, taxes,
student activism and social movements. To Donald Trump.
You're a hell of a guy. Oh, shoot, I read that wrong. Cheers, President Trump. You're going to hell, guy.
This is the third year Trump's too craven to be roasted. Don, this is a safe space. No one at the dinner is a contractor that you haven't paid yet.
We need Trump to have a better grasp of civics. That's why I think we should tell him that it has a pussy.
Here's a little lesson for you, Trump. The branch of Islam is pronounced Shia, not Shiite. Shiite is the situation you have gotten us all into.
Of all of Michael Cohen's clients, you are definitely one of them.
I'm really angry and frightened about the government's inaction on climate change. I don't have a joke here, I'm just really angry and really frightened.
Reagan popularized ending speeches with God bless America. Trump's speeches have popularized God responding, nah, I'm good.
Just because you took over the Department of Justice from Loretta Lynch does not mean you had to keep the lynch part.
Trump is right. Immigrants can be dangerous. Had his mother not come from Scotland, the country would be much better off. I wrote that.
Thank you, President Trump, for making so much history and for bringing about the end of it.
So, a toast to Trump.
A man who came from everything but brings nothing.
Trump doesn't need a historian to roast him.
History will do that.
You love comedy and politics.
I love comedy and politics.
That's where your heart lives.
Absolutely. I believe that this is almost like beyond the fourth estate. Like comedic journalism is beyond the fourth estate and keeps everybody in check. And I think it's so important. And a part of what's happening tonight is the the buttressing and defense of that. And God, I love to use the word buttress, but it's super important, and I like it. And it actually. It's paid me well over the years, and so why not?
Well, there's free vodka on the tables.
So yeah, right.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, on it like a bonnet.
Get your drink on.
Okay.
Jordan Carlos and Alina.
Yes.
Everybody.
Thanks for you talk too much during this.
Just give me your microphone.
All right.
We're done.
All right. We're done.
It's over.
Cool guys, I'm here with Sweetie, and she's performing in tonight's show, which is amazing.
I'm so excited.
Are you?
Yes.
I'm super excited. I've watched quite a few of the rehearsals, and everyone's really pumped. People dance along backstage. They're not great. I think it's just you and your dancers that can do it. And I haven't tried, I just sit on a stool.
Come backstage, I'll teach you the routine.
We're not going to film that though.
Okay.
So, thank you for coming. What are you most excited about?
I'm excited to, be a part of something that's supporting the freedom of speech and supporting a committee that protects journalists, because saying what we want to say is very important and it's what makes us Americans. So the fact that Samantha is hosting an event to support that means a lot to me, and I'm happy to be a part of that.
And now for an important message from the president.
I have a special message to the media. I said the press was an enemy of the people. This wasn't a great thing to do for our country. I blocked journalists on Twitter. Can't do that anymore. The truth is, I have gotten to know so many of these people. These people are great people. They are the most patriotic people. The press is one of the only jobs protected under the Constitution. So you know how important it is. I just want to tell you, so many people are so thankful for what you do, including me. Thank you very much for holding me accountable. Freedom of the press is more important now than ever before. Therefore, I am announcing today, #Roast the President. That's called #Roast the President. Roast me right here on Twitter because I'm ready.
I'm with Javier Munoz.
Hello.
How do we know each other, Javier?
We know each other from our work together on Frontal. Thanks to your incredible direction and vision and artistry, we helped Puerto Rico. That's how we know each other.
Yeah, so we worked together on the cold open for the Puerto Rico special.
Yes.
And we gave you a wind machine that you
I still
rocked.
dream about the wind machine. I want that wind machine in my life.
There's nobody who deserves a wind machine on a more regular basis than you. So what brought you to Washington tonight?
You all. This event brought me here. Why you're doing this event? To protect our journalists and journalism. And I'm your guys' biggest fan, so how could I say no?
We're your biggest fan, and you're in Hamilton. You
Yes.
played Hamilton.
I sure did.
And then something changed for you? Am I guessing that a little bit? Like your social causes have become such a big part of your life now, it feels.
Yes, that actually took almost the same value and importance in my life, and
as being
an artist.
Being Alexander Hamilton?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
And so I put as much energy forward in my activism as I do in my acting and performing as well.
All right, good.
Yeah.
What are you excited to see tonight?
You know who I'm excited to see? Osmanvi.
I hear he's very reclusive.
He's a reclusive
he doesn't
gentleman.
show up to
Yeah.
these things. He's not really. I
Yeah.
don't think you'll meet him tonight.
yeah.
You might. I mean,
Yeah.
you know. You have to,
Do you know what he looks like?
I have no idea. I've never seen him in person. So what are we talking about?
I don't really know. I'm supposed to ask you questions about, politics, political comedy, your thoughts about journalism. What are your thoughts about journalism?
Journalism. It's an old-fashioned word, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like one that we don't really have anymore in our lexicon.
Is that true?
I don't think it's there anymore. I mean, there are people who are attempting to tell the truth.
Yes.
But journalism is being trampled
Well, it's being
on.
trampled. However, I do think that people are doing incredible work right now.
I think so too.
Yeah. We're celebrating them.
But there's real journalists out there who are, out there in the line of fire.
Yeah.
And literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
So, more power to them, and I hope that we can, I think it's important that we keep telling the truth in spite of the fact that nobody wants to hear the truth.
Inside the venue, guests are starting to grab a drink and begin their well-rehearsed rant on how the Mueller report proves that journalists were right.
Stephanie, thanks for coming. I'm a big fan of your show. You keep me guys kind of sane.
We try.
Well, it's a hard task, but...
It is, but here's the thing. Everyone, no matter who you are, everyone is truly just trying to be their best, live their best life, right? 2 years ago, I highly doubt you were a political enthusiast. I definitely wasn't. I wasn't super into politics years ago. It was never my life. No.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to live my best life. So are you. I want the world to be better for my kids than it is today. And so I think this awesome time that we're in, everybody cares.
I just got a whole motivational speech,
know
and
what I
I
mean?
didn't expect it.
You got
I feel
it.
fantastic. Very uplifted. You should do our show because it's not that optimistic.
But it should be. Here's why. Because suddenly we all care.
Yes,
Like suddenly
that's true.
everyone gives
Yeah.
a fuck. If I asked you 3 years ago, what do you think that bill they're working on in North Carolina? You would have been like, Bill who? I haven't met him. But suddenly every person you know is engaged.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome.
That is a really good point. And even if he does get reelected, we're just going to keep getting more and more angry and engaged.
Here's
Be
the
better if you
thing.
get-
He's one person. He has one vote. Well, I'm not sure where you were born because you have an English
I
accent.
actually can vote here.
Well, there you go.
How do you think I should vote?
However you want.
Thanks.
But I'll tell you, for years, and I'm not proud of it, I didn't care. I didn't think of it. And now, there's no way I wouldn't vote. And everyone in my life feels that way, and I think it's fucking awesome. And
That's
the president
great.
made us this way.
Thank you.
There you
the
go.
only positive moment of
There you
tonight
go.
was right now. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I hope you keep your spirits up during the show.
There you go. I will.
So we actually have to talk about stuff on the red carpet. Tell me about your new show. You're excited?
I'm very excited. It's called Klepper. It's coming out May 9th.
Very soon.
I was very soon. I was out in the field, and the field is a scary place.
Yeah.
I sank in a boat and I got arrested. And so those are the lengths you have to go to for television nowadays.
I'm very excited to see that. Which do you like more, studio stuff or field stuff? Field stuff.
Field stuff.
Okay,
For
good.
some reason, it feels like in this moment it should be field stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the unexpected nature. I like talking to people.
Yeah.
You talk to people in a studio as well, but I don't make eye contact in a studio because they're
Sure.
usually prettier than me, and so when that's the situation, you can't look at somebody.
Yeah. So is there any news source that you particularly follow?
I try to read as much as I can.
Yeah.
You know, I'll wake up, I'll listen to the Daily, I'll check out the New York Times, I'll flick on Fox and see what they're talking about in the morning, and then I'll try to turn it all off and just interact with the world.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, man. Thanks for coming.
Thanks
Good
for
to see
having
you.
me. Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm here to make an announcement. I have acted more like a scripted robot than a press secretary, and I apologize that I have disrespected and said insulting things about the press. I did this to make it more difficult to hold the president accountable. But you play an important role in democracy, and I have ignored that, which is why I'm announcing a Twitter robot. She will be responding to your tweets with my best candid statements. You don't even need me to restrict the news moving forward. This bot will do it for me. And with that, I will take your questions.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
And for being in the show.
Hey, we're about to do some things.
Yeah, are you excited?
I'm very excited. I love that Samantha does this event, and I love what she's created for this evening. It's going to be great.
Cool. And what made you want to do it?
I'm a fan of Sam, and also, look, anytime we're trying to pull from our other spheres into the social political sphere to get involved in the conversation and express ourselves, I'm all for that. You know, these ideas that because we're outside the political sphere, we shouldn't participate in it doesn't make any sense. It's our democracy. It's our republic.
Exactly. And this is celebrating that, and the press who keep us informed and help give us our opinions.
Absolutely.
That's great.
And I'm happy. I'm glad that we get to really celebrate the press and encourage them to keep doing their best work.
Hi, everyone. I'm here with Amanda Palmer. We thought it was a red carpet, but we've since established that it's actually the fuchsia vagina carpet.
It's the vagina carpet.
Yes. So tell me, what do you, first of all, I want you to know that I watched your most recent video that was on your website today, and I'm very tense because the show,
the voicemail for Virgil.
and it broke me, so thank you for that.
Yeah, it's a music video about abortion. There's just not enough of those. I brought my friend Lori Penny. She's over there.
Hi, Lori.
She's an incredible journalist.
Oh my
and
gosh.
writer.
So
crashing.
let's talk about journalism and writing. What is exciting you in journalism right now? Is there anyone that you follow, or your friend?
I love Rebecca Solnit.
Yes,
She's one of my
sure.
absolute favorite journalists out there right now. I'm loving watching, especially in the Me Too wavery. I'm loving watching women telling the truth. And I love how it's bleeding into journalism and becoming totally acceptable to just be really, really honest about how shit is. And that is, Rebecca Solnit's voice has a way of doing that no one else does, so I love following her.
Okay. Oh, how is your level in general of hope?
I have a 3-year-old. I have to be fucking hopeful.
Okay, I got a 12-year-old. I understand. I try.
Yeah, I've never been a pessimistic person.
Yeah,
You know, I just think it's, even if you're a realist, it's a waste of time to be living in a kind of a doomsday scenario, which doesn't mean don't be a realist. Right?
Right.
And I mean, I'm married to a fantasy author.
Right. Yeah, sure.
But I think there's a really beautiful fine line between naive optimism, where you're blind to the future, and not looking back at the long stretch of human history where we've all always been convinced that everything is fucked and it's all going to fall apart and the apocalypse is always coming.
Yeah.
Be here now.
So being a part of such an iconic sketch troupe that people love so much, people on all of our staff loves Kids in the Hall.
Wow.
Is it something that is like you love it, or after a while you're like, because you've done a million other things too, but it's a pretty great thing to
I think being a kid in the hall is always going to be first and foremost what I am.
Yeah.
I became a kid in the hall when I was 20 years old.
I'm actually literally trying not to cry right now. This is a true story.
I'm kind of hoping you'll cry. I'm going to focus on making you cry now.
You were a total weird. No, to Sam and I, you were both such a huge inspiration.
Yeah.
So you came to Washington specifically for our
For
event?
this, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
That would be,
All
that
my
would be
dreams
fun.
are coming true.
And I've been in 2 movies with Sam.
I know you have.
So,
You were in
yeah.
Cooper's Camera.
Cooper's Camera.
And what was the other?
And the other one was
movie?
Ham and Cheese.
Oh, and you were in both.
Yeah, but I was only naked in one of them. So,
Oh,
so
wait a
you
minute,
pick
it's
which
coming
one
to
you
me
want to
now.
see.
No, I'm going back to youth Atlanta. I'm remembering just my kid, bunch of kids in the hall as a kid.
All right, we would like to give a shout out to Svetka Vodka, our alcohol donor for tonight. After a long day of getting yelled at by Sarah Huckabee Sanders, every White House correspondent knows that wine just isn't strong enough. Thanks, Svetka.
Hi guys, I'm here with Stevie Boy, a fashion designer extraordinaire.
Yes.
I've actually been monitoring, and you've got the best hat, sunglasses, and bag on the red carpet.
Okay, that's what's up. Thank you. I
And
appreciate
definitely out of the two of us.
Yes. Well, I mean, I can dress you anytime. Just call me.
Yes, that's all I wanted from the interview.
Yes.
I'm
Oh.
just here for
Is
the
that it?
connections.
Just
Thank
kidding.
you. I didn't even know we were rolling. But no, thank you for coming. Are you excited about the show?
I'm very excited about the show. I've been stalking Samantha B's Instagram stories and seen a little bit of the rehearsal, and I was like, I need to stop. Let me just wake up tomorrow and get there.
Yay.
So yeah.
Are you tempted to try and dress Sam?
I would love that. I mean, let's make it happen. You know her, so.
Yeah, I'll set you up. What would you put her in?
Well, I'm known for putting people in some pretty bizarre pieces, but I feel like she has a very interesting opinion on things. So I would do something that she's opinion based around. I can't say. Actually, I just got inspired. She wouldn't probably like it, but I feel like she would like the comedy of it.
Thanks for joining us on the red carpet of the Not the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
The only red carpet where we won't ask you who you're wearing, because honestly, I don't know anything about that stuff.
Now, quickly, hop off Twitter and tune into TBS to see the show, and then come back to Twitter at 11 to see the show again with all the 4-letter words included.
And never stop watching the show. It's literally your only job. It's an easy job. Good night, everyone.
Good night.